Hey everybody, fresh off work, tired. I am just absolutely beat. Absolutely beat. Uh, thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for all the support I got last night through buying me coffees and the super stickers here on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you for that. If you're not part of the channel, share, subscribe, like this video. Late last night I started, I hadn't heard from God in a while, but last night He was really starting to talk to me about May. Now, I don't know what it is, but I know a lot of people was watching that solar eclipse that was happening, okay? Now, we call that the Antichrist solar eclipse. The last time it happened right when Hitler came into power. I do believe that solar eclipse was a warning. And I do believe, like a lot of people, on the 10th of this month, that was also a warning. All the stars lined in the heavens exactly so many days after the Revelation 12 sign. And it fell on that day, on the 10th. And God had showed me the 10th. Now, I didn't know what it was, but I do believe we're getting warnings of things to come. I don't think they're rapture dates or anything like that. Like I said, we won't know that. But I will tell you this, I do believe we're getting warnings. And I think that solar eclipse last night was definitely a warning. And I think it was a warning about the Antichrist. I do believe that that's what it was. I believe that he is very close. And I'll tell you why I think he's very close. Now, I was reading the news this morning, and I look for these odd headlines that people ignore. But in the Netherlands, they passed a bill that you can now euthanize a child from 1-year-old to 12-year-old. First one of its kind. Now, it's been passed in Canada. It's not 1 to 12, but it has been. You can, after birth, euthanize a child now in Canada, New Zealand, and there's many more. That this has happened under everybody's noses in the past 6 months. Well, that passed in the Netherlands yesterday. And also, it's actually been passed in the United States without people knowing it either. That's happened in some states. I'll have to get a list of that. But it is happening. And that is definitely his mark. Because what I believe is happening, it's, my opinion, is that Satan is really poking Jesus to get us out of here. That's what this is. It's a war. And he's just poking and poking and poking, and he's going after the children. That is a definite sign that he's just trying to get Jesus to come and get us out here so the Antichrist can be revealed and this thing can get started. And I think that's what you're seeing out here. That's everything to do with children, and it's usually around, all surrounded by children, that all these things are going after. Like the one I talked about the other day about the UN trying to get it passed to where if you have relations with a minor up to 10 years old, it's going to be legal all around the world. This is what they're trying to get passed. They know that the Lord's not going to stand for that, and that's why they're doing it. It's basically a ploy to get us out of here, so Satan can get on with his wild adventures that he thinks he's going to win this war. That's what all this is about. I appreciate all of you all out there that are sending your prayer request in under these videos and the people we should pray for. Like I said, always leave them in the comments. Don't think that even if we don't click on it that you're not getting it. We're going to God about each and every person on that list. Even the prayer request, everything, day and night on that list. So don't feel like it's not being read, because it is. God knows each and every person that's being listed in the bottom of this videos. So don't worry about that. God knows, and that's why we started doing it. So, we didn't want to be like everybody else. A lot of these channels, they come on, they do the videos, and they leave you out. And that's not what this channel's for. This channel is for you, a place for you to come, let off some steam, talk about the things you're seeing and you're doing. And once again, I haven't got to my email in a couple days, people, so don't get aggravated with me. I've just been work. I come home, I have enough time to eat, take care of this place, and go to sleep. That's about where I've been. I just ain't had the time. But I will get to it, I promise. It's just right now I'm being bombarded. But I would definitely look towards May as something happening huge. I don't know what it is. The Lord started on me last night late with this May thing. I don't, and after the Passover, I've kind of just, I'm like, okay, I get it. We're not going to know exactly when it happens, and we're not. We'll never guess it. Like I said, I'll probably be on the pod or probably in the shower, work, or on the lawnmower when it happens. Bonnie McCoy got a good kick out of that because she said, I could just see your lawnmower going around in circles after you get raptured on your lawnmower. Because let me tell you something, I have cut my grass now twice, and I've never cut it this early. It's grown that much. I mean, it's ridiculous. Huge outbreak of tornadoes that wasn't even predicted happened yesterday. People did lose their lives in Oklahoma. So pray for them. So all that happened. Another major earthquake. They found explosive devices in Seattle. One exploded. They found another one the last time I checked on that. People, it's every day. The birth pains are growing. But I do believe, mark this down, and I don't usually say this to you, but last night, that eclipse was very rare. Only 7 times I do believe we've ever recorded it. The last time Hitler came into power was the last time. Last night was a warning from God in the heavens. That's what it was. And it wasn't really a warning to us. It was a warning to Israel that it was getting ready to happen again. Because the signs in the heavens are for the Jews. They don't use it. We use it more than they do, but it is for them, and that is definitely a warning to them. So that warning is to do with Israel, that the Antichrist, once again, will be coming for them. That's what that is. The last time, people, it's not coincidence. The last time it showed up, Hitler came into power. It's not coincidence. And here we are again. That eclipse happened last night. I watched it live, and it was a full eclipse. First time I've really watched one, but I was really curious because God was telling me that this one was different. And he was telling me all evening, even though I was trying to ignore it, really. I'm not trying not to get my hopes up about everything. I'm just trying to, keep calm, because my job is to keep you guys calm through all this and to not break your spirits and to keep you fighting along until we're out of here. But last night, God was really talking to me about that eclipse being a warning that was the Antichrist and that he is definitely coming into power, or he's now learning who he is. I do believe last night he learned who he is. Now, he won't be revealed until we're out of here, but that should tell you we're out of here very soon. It won't be long. If that's what God is telling me about that eclipse, that means soon we will be flying out of here. So just be patient and keep your eyes on the sky. I know I tell you that a lot, but if that was a warning to the Jews, and I do believe 100% it was, that solar eclipse was a warning that he now knows. And I don't think he knew until the eclipse who he is. But I think he knows now. On this day, he knows. And that's what I'm feeling. And I kind of worried me. I'm like, well, I've got to get on here and tell people. But usually I don't do that. But that is what I'm taking from it. And I mean, God started with me late. It started about 8 or 9 o'clock. And he would not leave me alone with it about that solar eclipse, because I ignored it. Everybody else was all excited about it, and I just it's an eclipse. I'm not too worried about it. I know it was very rare, but I was just like, you know what? The rapture's not going to happen on this eclipse, because everybody was thinking it was, and I'm like, no, it's not. So I just basically ignored it. But later on in the evening, God really started jumping onto me about this eclipse, that I was missing it. It was, letting me know that even the 10th, the day that the Passover fell on, was that Monday, was 117. That literally, that was a warning about the eclipse. The eclipse was a warning about the Antichrist coming into his own. I do believe that Antichrist spirit last night took him over. I think that's what happened last night. Like I said, I could be wrong, people, but that's what I'm feeling, and that's what came to me. Like I said, I'm just a goofy guy from a holler that loves Jesus. I could be wrong, but that's what I took from it. You know, you're my friends and my family, and I do believe I can get on here and talk to you about what is coming to me, and that's what I feel, is that last night was a crowning moment for him. And I think very soon we'll be out of here, because I think it's coming sooner than we think. Because I know he's at the door, and we're waiting on that last Gentile to get on board. And that's why I tell you, get on the boat and don't get off of it. But in my opinion, last night was a crowning moment. And it's one day closer to us getting out of here. So search God, see if God tells you the same thing. I don't know if I'll get another video out today, because like I said, I'm wore out. I need to go cook something, and I really don't even feel like it. But I want you all to pray about it. Tell me what you think about this eclipse. If God tells you anything, pray on it for a couple days, and let me know in that video or whatever what you think. If I don't see or hear from you again, I'll see you in heaven.